Well, hey Aquarius, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we happen to help you find the beauty in all things. This is going to be for the sun, moon, and rising sign of Aquarius for the week of the 22nd all the way through the 28th. How are you guys doing with all of the tremendous energy that has just shifted? Just as I shared with Capricorn, you are going to have a phenomenal beginning of the year for most of you, but not 100% of everything is going to be easy breezy lemon squeezy. I think most of you guys know that, but the big changes that are going to be taking place this week is the first full moon of the year that is going to be taking place on Thursday, and then on Friday your ruler Uranus moves direct. It has been retrograde and it's going to be moving forward. So for those of you guys that were expecting this first week just to be, bananas, not necessarily. You're going to want to wait for Uranus to move forward, and that's taking place this weekend. So let's see what we've got going on. As always, starting off with the Sacred Geometry deck to give us a little bit more information about how we can share the concepts of both the astrology and the tarot with you. All right, so we have a frequency hertz card that needs to be utilized by you for support this week. We have cleansing and clearing any traumatic experiences that you may have experienced in the past. And if you need a little bit more support with that, then the suggestion is 417 hertz, and I will read the details at the back of the reading here for those of you guys that care to listen to that energy. And then the sacred geometry itself that is going to be supporting you is going to be this particular card that we have here, Vitality, energizing your whole entire being. So this is like heavy root chakra energy, my friends, in order to get you prepared for the different energies that are getting ready to take place for you. Are we ready? Okay, this entire week, you guys are going to be evenly split, Aquarius, between mostly the 10th house, but there will be some of you, depending upon the degree that you were born in with your Aquarius energy, some of it being the 9th house, okay? So many of you are going to be looking at this from a perspective of your wealth in the 10th house, how you're being seen in your career, and how you come across to people in the way that you do your actual business. And some of you are going to be a little bit more in the 9th house energy, which is very interesting because Capricorn also has got a little bit of a split. And the 9th house is not so much 100% focused on you as it is circumstances that could potentially be affecting you from philosophy and travel and learning and things of that nature. So we'll go into a little bit of both of them, but depending upon where you're at in your degree is going to let you know whether or not you will resonate with this one 100%, or you will definitely need to find a blend, or just bring the two together. We always recommend sun, moon, and rising to give you a full picture. And of course, if you know your top 6, I would be hitting those as well. Okay, so we are pulling one card for every single day of the week to pull the main energies, match it up with the astrology. And again, if you're watching the dailies, then this will give you a sort of a heads up and what to watch out for in your feeling. And I do thank you guys for watching them. Okay, now when I have cards that transition in the sideways position, it means that those are some of the energies that you're already carrying in with you from previous time up until now. But the bottom of the deck energy that we have is new, cleansing, clearing energy with that Knight of Cups coming towards you this entire week. So this is good. So let's go into each of the different cards here. Monday's energy, what we have is the 7 of Pentacles, my friends. So the 7 of Pentacles energy is talking to us about making a decision. It's not should I stay or should I go, but at the energy of the 7 of Pentacles, if you understand that each one of these pentacles is the top potential for the top 10 fruits that could grow on this vine, this bush, this whatever you want to call it, am I at a point where I want to put more fertilizer in this investment with my time, energy, and sweat equity? Or do I want to go ahead and pull this whole plant up by its roots and pot it somewhere else? So there's a lot of contemplation energy that you've been bringing into it. And of course, that makes a lot of different sense, right? Because this is the age of what we're dealing with here, this age of Aquarian energy. When we get to this energy of Tuesday, we have the Six of Pentacles energy now. So we got a lot of earthen energy that is in here. And just to give you the frequency, these two cards are both Taurian energy. The Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles are Taurian energy. Tangible, touchable things, usually second house nature. So if you know where things are at in your personal chart, you will understand from a caring perspective, although your opposing sign is going to be split, some of you, betwixt the second house, which is the Taurian energy. This is the energy of receiving benefits, okay? As long as you are balanced with your equal give and take, there are some benefits that are getting ready to show up to you this week. Oftentimes, this card shows up when there's a bonus of something that you needed. You may not have asked for, but Spirit is seeing a way to give that to you. When we get to the energy of Wednesday, we have the Queen of Wands, which is staging here in the reverse position, and the Queen of Wands is Aries energy. Now, the Queen of Wands, if you guys follow me, you guys know that she is my absolute favorite character in the entire Fool's or Soul's journey of the tarot, because she is willing to get her hands dirty. She is attractive to people as an entrepreneur. People want to work with her. She's very successful. She's very kind-hearted. She knows what she wants, and people want to be with her. So when the Queen of Wands is in the reverse position, that's a pausing moment for me, because it means that something needs to be reevaluated from a different perspective. Now, if you're not an entrepreneur, that's fine, but there does mean that there needs to be a little bit of focus on what's taking place within work energy, okay? So like I said, Aquarius, this is 10th house. Majority of you are going to fall into the 10th house energy, which is career, or how people are seeing you in your career. It can also have some small things to do with how you're being seen as a parent, or how your parenting skills are working, as far as what's going on with your children. And I bring that up because I've got the two pages that are next to me sitting here. But we try to cover all the angles as quickly as we can so that you can lock into what's most important to you. Now, when we get to Wednesday, like I said, the moon is going to be shifting into the sign of Leo. And I have to bring this up. This day is going to be an important day for you, because there's a ginormous opposition that's going to be taking place on this day with Pluto in Aquarius. So there's a reason that I think things are slowing down here. The universe is trying to get your attention about some things, and it is a lot of amped up energy. So there could be this reasonable energy that's coming towards you, and you just need a minute to just sort of marinate as this major transition comes through on this particular day, okay? Leo energy has a lot to do with being split betwixt the high third and the fourth, and so there will be some home energies that will affect some people, and some communication energies which will affect some people, because that is your opposing sign. I think you guys know that across the chart from you, always and forever. Now, the Page of Wands energy that technically shows up the effective movement of the full moon, okay? Aquarius, you're going to want to pay attention to that opposition again, because it's not leaving. So you have the opposition Wednesday and Thursday. And so the opposing energy, it doesn't have to slow you down completely, but there's going to be a second opposition that takes place with the Leo and the Sun position at that point. So you got two oppositions that are hitting you back to back this upcoming week. Oppositions are trigger points, they're activation points. And so it can have multiple effects, or it can have no effect at all, but just be mindful that the energy is going to be ripe on this particular day. So we got the Page of Wands energy, which of course is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. We already told you that the Queen of Wands is Aries energy. It has everything to do with the amount of energy that you want to put towards it, and that's going to be driven by Mars, the planet Mars. So pay attention, because Mars is still in Capricorn, and it is definitely still having some major conversations, along with Mercury still with Capricorn, and Venus in Capricorn now by the time this recording comes out. So the Page of Wands does realize that there's breath of fresh air, there's blessings from the universe to move forward. You're seeing the light, you want to do some things, but when you get towards this energy of the universe switching positions, like I said, Friday, when your planet, the ruling planet of Uranus, which has been hanging out with Taurus, is looking to make some changes, you might have the willpower, but you might have to go and check your emotions. The other thing that comes into play here with this card is the fact that Uranus is going to be having many conversations, like I said, across the verses here. So you may not have the wherewithal at this particular moment. You know what you want to be able to do, but you may not be able to have the emotional spoons to do it. This is a huge amount of energy that's taking place. Full moon, double oppositions, and your ruling planet moving signs. This is going to be an extremely busy week for you. Period. Watch the dailies. I'll break it down for you. Then when we get to the energy of Saturday, we have the Wheel of Fortune that's in the reverse position. Well, first of all, that's Jupiter. It's Sagittarius energy, in case any of that is important to you. And when the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse position, it's a timing energy. And you sort of already know that because Sunday you have this Five of Swords energy. So some of you already know that you've been thinking about what I need to do to get myself out of this sort of emotional turmoil that you would have been in. Again, the spirit is saying that it could have something to do with some traumatic experiences. And traumatic experiences can come in all shapes and sizes, literally. It could be so many different types of things that just kind of shook you to your core a little bit. So rather than get too crazy with what I think it means, just by looking at it like this, let's go ahead and make some space, and then we'll pull the clarifiers out for you and see what else we can give you. We are going to give you an energy card, and we're also going to pull a numerology and a healing frequency card for you. And then we will go into the back of the book, and we will give you a little bit more information about what these cards mean, as well as their crystal suggestions. Okay, so the first thing that we have here is the energy of Judgment. Now, Judgment is Pluto. You cannot make that up. So the Judgment card being in the reverse position is that you are literally still contemplating something, and you sort of knew that you were going to be waiting to make some decisions until after this transit was taking place. Let's figure out what's going on with the Six of Pentacles energy here. With the Six of Pentacles for our our Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yep, there's the Page of Wands that shows up. So this is what you're waiting for. You're waiting for this transition to take place, and you're waiting for a few days to figure out where it is that you're going to be putting some time, energy, and effort before you say the thing, before you do the deed, before you do the work. You're waiting for some information that shows up here. Let's go to the Queen of Wands now and see what's going on with the Queen of Wands, whether you're an entrepreneur or not. Okay, so we have a double. We have the Seven of Swords, and now we have the World that's in the reverse position. Well, you guys already know that that's Capricorn. And so the Seven of Swords here is you're just sort of waiting to see the energies of things that are around you. So now what I'm getting more so than anything else is that this page could represent not you, but it could represent either a concept or an idea. And again, I brought up children before because it's coming up very strong. You're just sort of watching out for, the word that I want to use is deployment. I don't know why I want to use that word, but the word deployment or moving forward with something, maybe not necessarily you, but someone that you're eyeballing here. When we have the Seven of Swords, it sometimes can be considered a little bit challenging because people think that there's an ulterior motive when really this is strategy. Okay, and the World card that comes up, very much, you guys already know this, is both Capricorn and Aquarian energy. When the World is in the reverse position, it doesn't, it has everything to do with timing, especially with this Wheel of Fortune coming in. Let's move to the Page of Wands and see what we have here with this Page of Wands energy. Strategic, there we go. We have Pluto on Pluto. So there is a slow, there is a resistance here. There is a little bit of resistance with Scorpio energy here and Pluto planet showing up here as well. A little bit of resistance, which is where I said this emotional energy or this turmoil comes in. Let's look at this Page of Cups for Aquarius, and you sort of already know about it. So listen, very many of you are going to be tapping into your well, I'm getting this three ways. Some of you guys are going to really need to sit and pull out your astrology chart. You just are. If you haven't done that in a while, I need you to pull out your astrology chart, assuming that you have it. Okay, and I want you to take a look at what is taking place in your, I want you to take a look at what's going on within your Neptune, period. That's what I want you to take a look at. Where is Neptune in your chart and what's going on with Neptune? Okay, because this is going to have a heavy influence on what's going on. The other big concern is what Mercury is telling you in Neptunian. So the High Priestess energy technically is Mercury. Okay, just so that you understand that. And this could have a little bit of energy to do with Gemini. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but we do have Virgo moon position coming in these next couple of days, and so you could be waiting to find out what is being communicated here. But Neptune, I'm telling you, is going to have some very big energy here for you. This is giving Hangman, even though we don't see the Hangman sitting here, which is Neptune. That's just where it's coming from. But you have an idea about what it is that you need to let go of here, which is what you're examining here when we get into this full moon energy. Let's move to the Wheel of Fortune and see what we have there. Alrighty, we have 2 cards. So we have the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, and we also have the 2 of Cups in reverse. Interesting. This, my friends, is 100% not you. So some of you guys, this is really giving 9th house energy. When you have the 2 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups, this is a solid decision that's being made from a financial perspective, also from a physical perspective, but also this is an emotional perspective. So when the 2 of Cups in the reverse shows up, it means that you are willing to let some sort of an energy go. And it's emotional in nature. Now, I don't want to say child, but I mentioned it before. I would think maybe an older adult child, potentially, college bound or something like that. But there's a disagreement that's going on here. You're doing what you need to do for some of you, even though it's not necessarily in what you would like to be able to experience. This is you giving energy towards somebody else this week. That's literally what this is. You're trying to heal past something that's popping up for you on a personal level. I don't want to take it too much further. So yeah, that puts a lot of people in that 9th house energy. Let's move forward to this 5 of Swords, which is coming out of this pity party. Healing yourself from conversations that have been from the past. Yep, there it is. There's that Gemini energy. So listen, somebody's challenging you this week, Aquarius, and this is what this is what you're doing. You're healing this. We have the Strength card, which is Leo energy. We have the Lovers card, which is Gemini energy, and we have the 7 of Wands energy, which technically is Leo again. So listen, you could be dealing with the Leo very, very heavily, or this energy that's taking place with this Leo transition with the moon and then the full moon taking place. Literally, you just need the benefit of this week just to sort of like chill. That's pretty much what I'm telling you. Bottom of the deck on the main was the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck on the mini is the 2 of Swords. Period. You do not have enough information. You do not have enough information this week to make a final decision. Even though you know what you physically want to do, you may not have the emotional spoons to dig into it this week because there's a piece of information that you don't know. Vis-a-vis cleansing anything that has been some sort of a change or a traumatic experience, and then recentering yourself, regrounding yourself this week with all of this other celestial information that is taking place this week. There is a lot. I knew this was going to be heavy, but I wasn't expecting it to be this heavy. But that's okay. You already have an awareness of what this is. So the Leo energy, I'm going to show it to you both ways. Even though Leo could be in, or the Strength card could be in the reverse position, it's still a very promising energy because it means that there is healing that is taking place in the now moment. The Lovers card in the upright position could be a lover, could be a connected person, your spouse. It doesn't have to be. It can be a friend. It could be a boss. It could be a child, like I said before. Usually when the Lovers is in the upright, the choices that are being made, we are agreeing with. And the highest spiritual perspective is that this is your higher self, your oversoul, the I am presence that's agreeing with you. But something is wrong because you're being knocked off your pedestal of power in this situation. And so this is what you're worried about. This is what you knew coming into this week you had to evaluate. And this is why there's a resistance, because this isn't 100% about you, Aquarius. This is about you making a decision on behalf of somebody else. Looking at it from the alternate perspective, which is what you have to do here, in order for you to maintain your own strength and integrity, you're going to have to agree to disagree with somebody that you care about, because that is what is holding your integrity down. So the Knight of Cups coming in here for me is potentially you bringing in this, because this is Scorpio energy, bringing in this energy of, listen, we have to have some self-control. That's literally what this card is saying. We've got to have a little bit of self-control this week in order to support this regeneration of what needs to take place. It could be many things, but for some of you, this is going to be very, very important for whatever's going on in your world and in your life. So this is what we're going to do. Right now, we're going to pull in the energy cards. Then we're going to go in with the numerology cards for you. And then we're going to pull in the frequency cards before we go into this. Okay? Very interesting. So please make sure you're looking at your sun, your moon, your rising to tell the full picture, to make sure that you're getting everything that you need. Otherwise, you do know that I am available for personal readings and personal healings. Take a look at the description box below, and you will be able to book a time that works for you. Everything works on my calendar. It is always up to date. So this is the issue. Our judgment is off a little bit here. Because we have other people's considerations. It's less about you, and it's more about somebody else's consideration this particular week, and you have to get past that. Yeah, all of these are chakra cards. You are a little bit off balance, and that makes sense, guys. Your planet is getting ready to do a thing. We just went through a major transition. Some of you guys are just off. So between your third eye and your crown, you're a little bit off this week. That's what they're saying, and that's okay, right? We're going to try to get you there. So this is your numerology card for the week. Your numerology card for the week is follow your dreams. Okay, so again, I said this before, this is less about you specifically than it could potentially be for you dealing with somebody else's energy, whether it's a business partner, a child, a bestie. It doesn't make a difference. But when you're in this 10th house energy, there is some level of confusion. This is why I'm telling you, Neptune, go and find where Neptune is in your chart. Find the house that it's in, okay? How it's personally going to affect you. If you have questions about that, let me know. But the Neptune in Pisces position right now is a little bit challenging because it is focused in the friends and associates energy area. Trust me, that may or may not be the best position for you this week. So spend some time to sit there and think about that, all right? Let's give you the energy of the activator card, and then we'll go into the back of the book here. All right. Yep, spiritual rebirth. You guys can't get away with this. The numerology card that is here is the energy of 4. Half of that is with this decision that you need to make here with the 2, and then we have the 3. So we're doing things in order. Get the information. Understand that you have to make a decision. You can't avoid this movement forward. It's not going to support you or serve you, and you will be able to get a little bit more balanced from there. And the problem is you already know it. You just haven't made the decision to jump all up, all in. That's fine. This week is about you getting to the energetic point of allowing yourself to get there. Okay? So, you will get there, because that's exactly what Spirit is saying, is that you just need this week. And you're not the only one. There's some Capricorns that just need to take a tea and take a knee this week with all the shifts and the changes that have taken place. Okay. What we're going to do now is give you the informational update about what goes on with these frequencies. And if you need crystal support, let me just grab my book here. If you need crystal support, this is going to be a lot about your lower chakras. I can already tell you. I've already got this book memorized, but just to be a support, let me just make sure there isn't anything else that I haven't shared with you in here. So the particular shape that we're looking at here is the rhombic dodecahedron, right? It's got the 12 sides. And so it kind of looks like, if you go into a crystal shop, they have platonic solid sets. This is one of the platonic solid sets. It literally looks like a garnet crystal. And so garnet is really a stone that you could go and grab. There's some small ones. There's some bigger ones that are pretty affordable. But basically what this is saying is that you need to give yourself time to take a walk, a bike ride, a swim, depending upon where you're at in the world, in the weather. Practice your meditation or your yoga. Even spending time laughing with your friends, or even doing some things by yourself that helps you to feel better within the comfort of your own space is sort of what Spirit is asking you to do. Sort of shake off the old stuff and allow yourself to start to feel a little bit better, and laughing is one of the best ways to do that, right? And so when you are allowing yourself to heal from base, which is your root chakra, up towards the crown, that's what you need. Capricorn very much also had the same sort of energy. We're going to redo this from the bottom up to the top in this new energy. We're going to start over with what we have, which is going to allow your crown to open up a little bit more, and it's going to allow your third eye to be able to use the energy that's coming in. So that's literally what this whole spread is saying. I love my job. You cannot make this stuff up, all right? It'll allow you to be better. So just remind yourself, I feel energized in my body and in my soul. Again, 417 hertz will be awesome, and I'm going to give you those crystal suggestions as well. So garnet is the main one here. Ruby, also if you have ruby, raw ruby is very good. Shiva lingam, one in each hand, one's male, one's female, and cuprite and also pyrite to really bring the grounding energy down. And for this 417 hertz, let me just get the page number here because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, here we go. You're holding something in your physical body. So the other crystals that could support you with this are going to be tangerine quartz, which is sort of the orange colored quartz. There's a lot of what's the word I'm thinking of? Orange calcite is a great one to use. Rhodochrosite, if you can get it. Showerite, and I've mentioned that before. That's the color. That's what this is. That's showerite, and also sugarlite. Those crystals will be able to help support finding and healing that piece that's within your body that's holding the trauma so that you can kind of start fresh. So I hope that this reading was really helpful for you guys. If you did enjoy it, do all the things, like it, comment, share it out to somebody else, and sort of let me know what's going on with you. Otherwise, make sure that you're looking at the dailies so that you can sort of navigate a little bit differently in that energy of the day. And with that, many blessings, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.